Hey, beautiful people. Welcome back. Here's what I want to talk about today. If you've seen the and, you're probably wondering, how are they getting these incredible conversations? There's a key component, and that is well-constructed questions. So today I want to talk about what is a well-constructed question in the context of a relationship. There are 5 components to what makes a well-constructed question. The first, and I'm smiling because this is like the biggest one that I think many people have overlooked. It's a connective perspective. It's about asking a question that pulls at the thread of your connection to someone. What does that mean? Let me give an example. If I ask you, what are you most scared of? Snakes. Okay. If I ask you that question and your mom asks you that question and the waiter asks you that question, the answer is the same, snakes. It doesn't acknowledge who's asking the question. But if I ask you the question, what do you think we both fear the most? Now that question is acknowledging the person asking it. So you're not going to answer it the same as if I ask it, or if your mom, or if the waiter asks it, right? Oftentimes we're asking questions that do not acknowledge the connection we have, or we're missing the opportunity, I should say, to pull at the thread of our connection, our unique connection with the other person. What does love feel like for you? You might answer that in the same way whoever asks it to you. What does my love feel like? Will acknowledge the person asking it. It pulls at the unique connection that you have with them. So when you're in a relationship and you're having a conversation, asking a question that acknowledges your connection is really useful. Second is, don't ask a binary question, yes or no. Do you love me? Yes, no. If we want to step into the space of exploring our relationship, exploring the nuances and the space between, an easy way out is just to say yes or no, to close it down. But asking, how does my love feel like? Cannot be answered with a yes or no. Cannot be answered with a binary response. So asking questions that create the space for someone to fill in instead of just a yes or no, because yes or no is such an easy way to end the conversation. Third, shape the question that it's empowering. I mean, we can ask questions, but if they're going to come back with just negative responses and negative energy, where does that leave us? If you ask your partner, why do we fight so much? What are you going to get? You're going to get a long list of reasons why you fight so much. If you change that question to, what do you think we're learning from our fights? When's been the biggest fight we've had recently? And what is it teaching us? Do you see how that changes the answer to something that's empowering and constructive? So bring more awareness to the questions you ask and point them in a direction that will bring more constructive, empowering responses. Fourth one is, it's really helpful and amazing to ask things that are unexpected. What's your favorite memory from your worst relationship? Right? You're bringing together 2 ideas that you rarely think are connected. And in that effort is exploration. Another unexpected thing is asking a question that puts you or the other person in your shoes. What do I really need to hear from you? Do you see how that puts the other person in another person's shoes and they have to think from their perspective? If you ask a question that puts the other person in your shoes or you in their shoes, empathy can arise because you're trying to see yourself from their point of view. What's one experience you wish I never had and why? It offers a reflection of the other, but you're looking through their eyes. And that's powerful. And last but not least, it has to be offered as a gift, not as an agenda. Why are you so jealous? The other person's going to close down. If you offer as a gift, they can either take it or not, right? It's much easier to shake a hand than a finger pointing at you. So in these conversations, asking a question that is offered instead of a push or an agenda or suggestive of one. So those are the 5 things that make a powerful question, that make a well-constructed question in the context of a relationship. Thanks for joining. Talk to you soon.